The upcoming fight between Mike Tyson and Jake Paul, scheduled for November 15, 2024, at AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas, is shaping up to be an event unlike traditional boxing matches, with some unique rule changes. Typically, boxing commissions across the U.S. require male boxers weighing 147 pounds or more to use 10-ounce gloves and compete in 3-minute rounds for professional fights. However, Texas is taking a different approach to accommodate this highly anticipated bout. The Texas Department of Regulation and Licensing, TDLR, which oversees combat sports in the state, has approved the use of 14-ounce gloves and 2-minute rounds for the fight. This request was made by Bryce Holden, the promoter for the fight, and granted by the TDLR. According to Tela Mange, communications manager for the TDLR, this will mark the first time in Texas that 14-ounce gloves are used for a sanctioned pro fight, and 2-minute rounds for men are a rarity. The TDLR stated that they are willing to approve certain modifications if they do not pose any safety concerns or violate regulations. Heavier gloves and shorter rounds, the TDLR argues, don't increase the risk of injury. These rule changes seem to have strategic implications for both fighters. Tyson, who has been advocating for the 2-minute rounds, may see this as an opportunity to conserve energy and intensify his attacks, something that could be beneficial for him as a veteran fighter. His desire for shorter rounds echoes the setup from his exhibition match with Roy Jones Jr. in 2020, which was scored unofficially and ended in a draw. Meanwhile, Jake Paul, a rising star in the boxing world, initially requested 10 3-minute rounds, a more traditional format for non-title fights, but Tyson declined. The lighter rounds and heavier gloves could play to Paul's advantage as well, helping to reduce the likelihood of fatigue and potentially lessening the impact of Tyson's notoriously powerful punches. While Tyson's agility and speed have been questioned due to his age, footage from his training sessions shows that his power remains intact. On the other hand, Paul has also proven his ability to knock opponents out, having secured 7 knockouts in 11 fights. Another key aspect of the fight is the size of the boxing ring, which, per TDLR rules, must measure between 16 by 16 feet and 24 by 24 feet. The promoter, Bryce Holden, is expected to make this decision. Tyson, who has suggested that he might need to chase Paul around the ring, would likely prefer a smaller ring to limit Paul's movement and create more opportunities for close-quarters action. Several boxing experts have weighed in on these rule changes. Former heavyweight champion George Foreman remarked that the heavier gloves might not make a significant difference for a puncher like Tyson. Ann Wolfe, a retired boxer and trainer, likened gloves to tools, noting that while the damage inflicted might be different with larger gloves, repeated blows would still be effective. Retired trainer Abel Sanchez believes that the 2-minute rounds will benefit Tyson, allowing him to push through without the same concerns about endurance that might come with longer rounds. Nico Ali Walsh, professional boxer and grandson of Muhammad Ali, sees the larger gloves and shorter rounds as precautions, especially given Tyson's age. Walsh speculates that the 2-minute rounds and 14-ounce gloves made this fight feasible in the first place. He suggests that no sanctioning body would have allowed Tyson to fight under standard rules with 10-ounce gloves and 3-minute rounds, given his age. These adjustments, he argues, ensure the fight remains competitive while protecting both athletes, particularly Tyson. As fight night approaches, fans and analysts alike are eager to see how these unique rules will shape the contest between the legendary Mike Tyson and the young, determined Jake Paul.